FightMaster420's.
This doesn't have jalapeno oil in it. It's got lemon oil though. So it gives you like a lemon,
gives you a little kick.
Well, it's black lemonade. So. FightMaster420.
Not seeing video.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
I hope you don't have any bloody dicks on the screen.
No, I don't have any. I don't even have a camera. I'm kind of cheap.
That's all right.
I couldn't afford a bloody dick. But I got a couple of questions for you guys. I was just thinking about Garrett a little bit, and maybe have you guys met like anyone that you've actually like, I don't know, become good friends with, like purely through Mega64? Like I mean, I don't know whether that was the case with Derek. I assume it was, or Garrett. I assume it wasn't. But like, has that happened?
No, they definitely met me through Mega64.
Really, it was like, hey, you do makeup, like,
yeah,
do this?
Yeah.
It was a mutual friend of ours told them that I did makeup, and they said, well, we got this zombie thing coming up for this game called Cold Fear. Would he volunteer to do the makeup? And I said yes. And then I met them all that day and went to work with them.
Oh, wow.
Frank, Sparky.
Then, Frank, Sparky, before he moved, Zabu. Who else have we met through Mega64? Rachel Moore?
Rachel Moore, Tommy Tallarico.
Tommy Tallarico, yeah.
Yeah.
These are people we talk to pretty regularly.
Regularly.
There are people that we work with, and that's it. But
really close acquaintances, I think that the group has kind of bonded onto is me, and then like probably Frank.
Wow.
Frank's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, and Sparky.
Yeah,
like
we named
a good amount of people. Yeah.
Tommy's a good friend, but we don't see him that often. It's more of a working relationship.
Well, he's busy and he's much older than us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we all, I think he would consider us friends, and we could definitely consider him friends. He invites us to his stuff, which he definitely doesn't have to do.
Yeah, a couple of podcasts ago, this is another question. Gary, you're talking about like the whole like stint thing, and actually for Freak Action had to go through that. What's the worst like medical attention any of you had to be under?
Wait, you had to have a stint?
Yeah.
In your pee hole?
Yeah, it's awful.
What is that?
It's basically a thing that they should do to an old man.
It's a stint.
What Johnny Knoxville had.
Yeah, it's like if you hurt your penis and they do surgery on it, so it doesn't fuse together, so you have a pee hole still. You have to insert like a rod, like a sounding kit. How did you injure yourself that you had to use a stint?
I'm genetically prone to kidney stones, apparently.
Yeah, Gary.
I had to put some rocks.
Gary on the Gary Delabate, Baba Booey from the Howard Stern Show, had really bad kidney stones, and they did the ultrasound blast.
Oh, I didn't get that.
They send these ultrasound waves that blast the rocks and break them up.
Yeah, but instead of talking about that, because that was really awful, what's the worst, like... what's the worst time you've ever had to go to the hospital?
I want to talk about your
one time I had to go because I had a stint put in.
And you had kidney stones.
Yeah, kidney stones. And there was an ultrasound blast, but I was so out of it, maybe Garrett could just tell me what happened.
So anyway, the blast doesn't work, so they got to go in with a fiber optic camera and laser. And
I got that.
You got that. They have to put you under because
I was under, no.
You can't move during this procedure, or they can blast something else. So imagine this camera with the laser, whatever, is the size of like coaxial cable.
But you don't feel that. You're completely out.
So they insert that in your pee hole, and it goes up your urethra, into your bladder.
It's not the size of coaxial cable.
It is the size of coaxial cable.
No.
I don't know what that is.
It is.
That's a quarter of an inch. Okay, so that goes in, they find the little rocks, they blast them with the laser, and then they pull out. But that does, that rotor-rooting, if you would, does so much damage just getting it in and out of there. They have to stint you so you won't fuse your urethra together.
What happens if you do?
So Rocco, what's your favorite puppy?
He wants to change the subject, because how old are you that you had to go through this?
I'm 20.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was bad.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no.
But Gary had to wear a stint for a couple days, and you have to take it out and pee and then put it back in.
Oh, I didn't have to do that.
No?
There's a video on...
Oh, you can pee through it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
This is not dick related, but there is a video of
Thank you.
doing the pinhole camera and stuff, whatever. With someone's ear, a man had a roach living in his ear.
Ew.
The video is on YouTube of it going way into, and you see, but it's I typically don't watch medical videos.
A roach,
baby like that big.
Yeah, it's good for you.
And I typically don't watch any medical video, whatever. But I thought it was interesting seeing what does it look like going that far into your ear, and
Yeah.
it looked really interesting when they were looking around. But then you see it, and it's like, oh shit!
That's
And it's them trying to stab it with some little thing, and it's like that seems like a bad idea. I feel like something else might get hit, but maybe I don't know. But anyway, they're trying to, and it is dodging them every time. And the whole video, you will yell at the monitor, going, "Get it! Get it! Get it!"
That's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah. So anyway.
Here's the thing: the grossest bug in the universe is a cockroach. The worst,
His opinion.
the worst place it could ever be is in your fucking head.
Yeah.
Living and shitting. It's
It
shitting.
goes in your dick.
No, no, that's
Because I'd see it and I'd go, "Get off me!"
Yeah, but if it's in my fucking head and I can hear it scratching around, oh my god, get out of my life.
Yeah. But
Okay, worst injury that I ever happened, when I was in middle school, I got carpooled home with a couple of friends, and one day the carpooler, my friend's mom, couldn't make it, so they sent the grandmom, who was like,
the grandma.
yeah, she was like in her 80s, probably shouldn't have been driving, picked us all up, got us all home. I was the first stop. It was a 4-door Volvo. We got into my driveway, I opened the door, put one foot out of the car, and she took off. The rear wheel ran over the foot that was outside of the car, ran over the back of my ankle. It ran over the back of my ankle, whipped me out onto the fucking pavement, to which I screamed, and then she stopped. She stopped on my foot still. So then I kept screaming, "Go, go, fucking go!" To which she peeled out on my foot. The other kid shut the door and they drove away. I had to crawl up the stairs into my house and call my dad to come take me to the hospital.
Wow.
I didn't break anything, but I had a fracture on my heel plate, which is like your heel bone. And I had to put it, that's the only time I've ever been to like a cast or anything.
Yeah.
And the grandma said that she thought she ran over my pant leg. And that's why they left.
Okay.
After that, the grandma had her license taken away.
Because of that incident?
Because of that incident.
Oh.
Well, she was already like, "Hey, you maybe have to pull your license or whatever." But they took it away. That's probably like the worst whatever hospital thing ever. What about you?
I had my tonsils out. That was the worst.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you been like ever been injured, Rocco?
Not heavily. Not
Do you
really.
know what pain is? I mean,
What's this guy trying to say? He's calling you a pussy.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
Sorry, my dick's fine, but
That's probably the worst one. I've been hurt a lot more times. I've been to the hospital a few other times, but that's like the worst thing.
yeah.
I've never been to the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
ER a couple times.
I've never broken a bone or... I
never
guess
broken a boner.
I've never broken a boner.
I've never broken a bone either.
The worst thing that may have happened to me is I've like been cut pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Other than that.
We just bandaged.
Wait, Garrett, you've never broken a bone?
I've never broken a bone. I fractured my heel when that car ran over me, but they said it wasn't a break. It was just a little fracture. It was a hairline fracture.
This kind of sucked. When I was a little kid, I was cutting open a baseball because somebody told me that the center of it was really bouncy. So as a fucking idiot, I just had this huge knife and I was just sawing at it like that. And I got to this part where if you cut open the skin, it's like wrapped in string, and so I was trying to cut through the skin, through the string, and I just dug the knife in and was like forcing it so bad, and then it slipped, and I slipped my whole palm open like that.
Did you freak out?
I freaked out, but I don't remember it hurting very bad.
No.
I'm sure it did, but it doesn't like, I'm not haunted
When
by
you
that
get
memory.
cut, it really doesn't hurt that bad.
It like the moment it doesn't hurt, and then
Afterwards.
later
Yes,
it just
yes.
bugs the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan.
I was walking through a field once, and my shin hit a piece of bamboo, which broke off and like
Oh.
was sticking into my shin. These are all just like minor injuries.
Yeah.
I've never had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I did have to go to the hospital another time. I remember I was hiking on this mountain side that was all this shale rock. And shale rock is just fucking little thin jagged pieces of rock that are just sticking up like spikes all over. I tripped and put my hand down to catch myself. Boom! Put my hand down. I got up and I was like, oh, that sucked. What's warm on my hand? I looked. I have a giant scar right on my wrist. I I had fallen down and a piece of rock had slit my wrist open.
Oh, no. Wow.
That's like 5 or 6 stitches.
Jeez.
So anyway, I felt warm all over my hand, and then I looked, and as I brought it up and looked, it was not spraying, but a flowing geyser of just blood. And I was like maybe, I don't know, 13. I freaked out like, this is too much blood. I'm going to die because. So I instantly put my hand over it. And I called I think it was with my parents or my grandparents. Oh fuck! What? Look! And blood spraying out of my fucking wrist. And we bandaged it up with paper towels and duct tape. And I remember bandaging it all up and being pretty calm. And then riding on a dirt road for an hour to the hospital because we were hiking out in the mountains.
Yeah.
And I had to keep my hand elevated to keep the blood flow out of it. And just riding in a fucking car. We drove so hard down this dirt road that we cracked our windshield.
Oh my god.
But we got to the hospital, 8 or 9 stitches, did it up, and it was done.
Did it up. All right, I'm over this conversation.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Thank you, FightMaster420.
Thanks, FightMaster. I like that conversation.
Oh, actually, I have one more quick question. Has any local band ever found the Mega64 studios without you knowing about it?
Well, how?
Well, I mean, when you were finding out about it,
No,
I don't know about it.
We moved because some asshole already gave up the location.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know how we got a new warehouse?
I actually didn't know that. Well, I knew you had a warehouse, but
We got a new one a couple months ago. We've done that, tours or whatever.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, let's go to the chat.